Howdy ho, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Den of Tools. Today is Monday, April 14th, which means it's time for, well, taxes. But it's also time for Deals of the Week! All right, we get a ton of hot deals for you, something you can spend on your tax rebates on. So let's jump into it. Got a couple sponsors here. First one is the Hoffrey Big and Tall Office Chair. Now, a lot of folks are like, why are you talking about office chairs and stuff so much? I use office chairs in my shop. I really do. I found they're more comfortable than like shop creepers and stools and stuff like that. And I like the ones with the arms like this one here that fold up. You grab the arm, they're nice for comfort when you're sitting in them, but like, hey, I want to turn and work. The arms just flip up and get out of the way. And another nice thing about this is it's got that lumbar support. As you get older, I remember being younger thinking, what's this whole lumbar thing? I don't have a problem with it. Well, I'm 56 now, and let me tell you, lumbar's a nice thing to have in a chair. This thing, you just pump it up like the old Reebok kicks there, and it just fills in there nicely. Really, like, gives you that perfect custom kind of fit. It's $150 list, but of course, we're going to get you a coupon code down below, down the links down there. Go check it out. It can take 25% off on this. The next one we got to talk about, we got to go back to the Light Me Cozy Fit open ear headphones. Now, we've been talking about their G1s here like I'm wearing. This is their sportier, more upgraded ones, but we're going back to the more budget-minded ones if you want. And I've got sets of these, and I still like them, and I still wear them from time to time. They are on sale right now for $36. Now, remember, what I love about this, all the Light Me kind of stuff, is they're over the ear. So they sit on top of your ear. They don't go in your ear, not like some little earworm parasite. I can't do it. I don't know how people wear those AirPods and stuff like that with the stuff stuck in their ears. Just wigs me the hell out. I can't do it. That's why I like these. And at $36, it's pretty good sound there for the price tag on it. All right, let's keep going here. This is not sponsored, but a guy sent this to me. He says he makes these himself. H77 high efficiency table saw dust extractor. It's a low profile, sits right on top of your blade guard there, and really enhances, according to them, the saw's dust efficiency, if you would. Now this one here, he even has it set up for the Harbor Freight. So this works with the Hercules Harbor Freight saw there, coming in at $40. I don't know. I just wanted to share this because I always love guys starting their own setups here. He's got a bunch of different ones. He's even got different colors on it, but there's other saws and stuff. Go check out his shop. ED3D shop here. He's got a bunch of stuff for a bunch of different saws. Maybe he's got your saw in there. I think he's got a ton of them. Anyway, let's keep going here. Then we got to talk about Eufy. I got a couple Eufy cameras here for you. First off, we got the S330 4K. Now this has got cellular. Just so you know, just because it's got a SIM card doesn't mean you have to use it with a SIM card. So this thing is great. It took me a long time to believe that these solar things worked, and they really do. I've got a couple of them on my shop right now. And the 360 is great because I can pop into my phone and I can search around like what's going on over here, what's going on over there. It's really nice to have. Plus it's got the floodlight as well. Anyway, the cellular thing, if you're not near Wi-Fi, the cellular works great. If you are, then just use the Wi-Fi. You don't have to use the cellular. Anyway, you're looking at $190 on this. Then the next one we got here is the dual. Now here's the difference. This is a 2K camera system versus a 4K camera system. Personally, I'm all about the 4K, but if you just want to see what's going on, 2 cameras for the price of one here, coming at $200 with the solar, everything else. You need Wi-Fi on these. They're home base compatible. You don't have to use home base with them though. All right, then next up we got from the Fat Cow. This is the 55-piece impact nut driver set. So rather than having to go through all your stuff and like, okay, I got to find an adapter, and then I got to find the socket for it. And this just has it all. So you can just do one and done. I was using a set similar to this past weekend, and it just makes life easier when you're putting stuff together, especially when you're doing assemblies and stuff like that. And they're magnetic, so you don't have to worry about you back the nut off and it goes flying across the room or something. Not an issue with these. Coming in at $44, but there is a 15% off coupon. Make sure you check the coupon. Amazon won't do it for you. Then we got another one of these air dusters here. This is the Joko coming in with a 10% off discount. And this even has, I think it's a vacuum attachment on it, so you can do all sorts of fun stuff with this thing. Comes with a nice little gift box there if you want to give it to a friend or family member. Father's Day, Mother's Day is not coming that far away there, and Father's Day is right after that. You can do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, there's the vacuum setup on it as well. Barbecue fire, I guess you could use it for that. Vacuum sealing. All sorts of stuff you can use because you use it both directions on it. I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan of these. This is a different brand here. This is this one, but there's a ton of them out there. And you'd be amazed the power that these things have for the size. You will never buy a can of compressed air again. That's just done. Get yourself one of these, 10% off with the coupon on it. Then we got the TDS meter. This is some of you get the joke. Apparently, I saw this. I'm like, no, really? No. Okay, it's for testing your water. If you and honestly, there's been a lot of stuff coming out lately about cities that are not purifying the water nearly as good as they should. I highly recommend you go check it out. It's for $15. Give yourself a little bit of peace of mind. Know what's going through the tap water at your house. All right, then we got the Saver. This is a pepper light. So this is a flashlight, and then the top pivots up, and it becomes not a flashlight for a little bit of safety. So if the light doesn't stop them, then the pepper part of it will. You know what? Bears, stuff like that, that's good. Dogs, there's been some issues. I've had some issues with dogs before. Having something like this around, not a bad idea, especially at a price of $22.36 on that, 44% off. Now let's keep going. We got the DeWalt grinder. Remember, this is just the basic grinder, but you know what? Don't hate on it. It's a decent grinder, especially at $69, 4.5-inch bare tool, bare tool. And then we got the Fantic here, the S1 here. Look at the price on this. Now I've talked about this screwdriver before. It's a decent, fun little screwdriver. 3,200 RPMs, 5 pieces, double-ended bits, 1/4-inch hex, so it takes all your standard bits. But the price is normally $40. There's a 25% off coupon on that thing. So it's going to make this a $30 screwdriver. And of course, Fantic makes some of the best stuff out there. All right, let's keep going. Dream, I know you're like, why are we talking vacuums and stuff? I have one of these in my shop around here, and it does help get rid of all the little stuff and everything like that. And it's really nice. And man, look at the price on these. They're just really dropping. You're looking at 49% off. Taking this thing, this is the vacuum and mop combo. Now you don't have to use the mop, but this thing does them both, and it's $400. $400, and I love the map feature. You can really specify a lot of different stuff with that map. You can set it to do all sorts of things. In fact, I think this one even has, it's got the She Who Shall Not Be Named compatibility, the ALEXA. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's keep going. The eHomie, come on, homie. We got to get a fridge here for the shop. They're good for travel. I use them all the time. But before I got my really nice eHomie, like beverage fridge, I had one like this, and I still have it. It's sitting right down over there. And I use it for all my road trips and stuff like that. It's great for camping. It's when I go fishing out in the mountains and stuff, I take one of these with me. But the other thing is, you can just use it in the shop. You're out in the garage, something like that. Rather than getting a big refrigerator or something like that, just get yourself one of these. At this price, it's $135. Why not at that price? And you know what else is good for it? My wife steals them all the time because she drives over to Costco. She'll do a day over in Bozeman. She'll go to Costco, take this with her, and then she'll throw all the frozen stuff, and it'll freeze stuff. It'll go down to, -4 degrees? So she'll take all the frozen stuff, chuck it in there, and then she can go and do other errands during the rest of the day. So she's not like, hey, I got to go to Costco and then straight back. All right, let's keep going. We got the DeWalt here. I normally don't talk about this drill driver. I'm not a fan of it, but tons of you said, hey, I like it. I've never had problems with it. And at a price of 42% off, coming down to $139. You're getting the drill driver, you're getting the impact. It's a decent impact. You get 2 batteries, the charger in the bag. If you're looking to get into the DeWalt system and that's the way you want to go, then I just thought I'd share it with you. All right, then how about this? The eWork 1/2-inch brushless 21 volt. How they get 21 volts out of this is beyond me. Cracking myself up. I'm just thinking they put a little extra half battery in there. I don't know. Point is this. It's $100, 700. They're claiming 700. I'm not thinking 700. I'm guessing 450, something on that. But it's a nice brushless impact driver or impact wrench. It's got some sockets, got the charger, got the bag. Portable tools to leave in the car, that kind of stuff. Maybe gifts for somebody who's just getting started. there you go. Or if you're on a budget, I totally get it. It looks pretty compact. Looks like it's pretty good. Let's check the scores on it. It has just a tiny bit of a fish hook, but at 4%, I wouldn't lose sleep over that one. All right, let's keep going here. This is something you got to think about here. This is your battery monitor. All right, this is from Ansell, 6 volt, 12 volt, 24 volt, and it connects to the app. I've got a situation right now where I've got 3 vehicles with dead batteries. I've been a bad truck owner. So the wife and I, we bought not quite matching, but close enough. Was it Nissan Armadas last year? And since then, I got sick at the end of the year, and then winter happened, and I haven't driven my Ram, and I haven't driven the Expedition, and we haven't driven the Suburban, and they all just sat there, and all 3 are dead at this point. And having something like this on them so I could know and be like, oh, I better get out there and start that sucker, remind me, would have been a nice thing to have. And at $56, $55.99, call it what it is. And there's a 15% off coupon. That's going to knock another $5, $7, or $8 off of it. So making that sub $50 with the app and being able to actually tell what's going on with your battery. I think that's a pretty good investment. All right, next up, we got the Skill. My brother actually just called me and was asking for some recommendations for a miter saw. Now, this is a little bit smaller than what he wanted. He was going for a 10-inch, but this is the 7 1/4, which is a nice compact saw. This is a decent saw. I do note that Amazon on here has commented that it's frequently returned. Now, if you look at the reviews on it, it's got 1,800 reviews. No fish hook in sight. It's got great reviews. I know for a fact this is a decent saw, so why has it got so many returns? My guess is it's inexpensive and people bought it not realizing, because it probably they just glance at 10 amp and they probably thought 10 inch, and they get it and it's a 7 1/4, which is fairly small. But because it's a sliding miter saw, I find that sliding miter saws kind of act like a saw a step above them. So this would, because it's got the sliding capability, it would act like a 10-inch standard miter saw. And a 10-inch slider would act like a 12-inch miter saw. And of course, a 12-inch slider would be even bigger. So if you just need small stuff done, that sliding capability really does expand the use of this. And coming in here at $179, remember, Skill makes some fantastic stuff. I wouldn't bat an eye at that. All right, then we got the Skill 15 amp 8 1/4 inch compact portable job site table saw. Now, the stand on this is sold separately, so this is not the one with little spider legs that fold out. But it does have the ratcheting fence on it. It's a great saw, good power on it. There are only 9 left in stock. It's on sale, lowest price in 30 days at $229. All right, next up we got the Craftsman V20 RP. Of course, this is the brushless right-facing circ saw. This is a fantastic saw. Traditional 7 1/4 inch blade on it. Now, it's a bare tool. Got to bring your own batteries to this game, but it's $79. That's 47% off on a brushless circ saw. I think that's a fine deal right there. Next up, we got the AutoFix D1 Lite bidirectional scan tool. Now, remember, bidirectional means it talks back and forth. If you want real diagnostics, you have to step up to the bidirectional. This is a great one right here. We did a review on it a couple years ago. Now, of course, this is updated for 2025, has all the latest services and everything else. It's got 2 years of free updates. But here's the deal about this. First of all, AutoFix is a brand owned by Autel. They're a player in this game, all right? They are a tool truck alternative competing with the likes of Snap-on and everything else. So you're getting a premium manufacturer. You're getting just a great tablet on this thing. It is crystal clear. And it's wireless. So the scan part right here that plugs in, I love it because if I'm doing a whole bunch of scanning and stuff, I don't sometimes want to sit in the truck, like maybe it's cold and raining outside. I can plug it in my truck, go inside. I mean, the range it's Bluetooth range, okay? So you're not going to be 500 yards away. But I could sit inside where it's warm and I can do all my scans and everything else. It's nice and convenient. At $369, that's 8% off. This is one of the better scan tools that I've had a chance to play around with. All right, next up, we've got the silicone soldering mat here, 17.7 by 11.8 magnetic repair mat here. Check this out. Lowest price in 30 days. This is coming down to $10. Now, whether you're soldering or just dealing with electronics or any kind of repairs or anything like that, this is a great mat for that sort of thing. Now, if you're just looking for a magnetic parts mat, we got you covered here. How about a 4-piece? You're getting 3 trays, well, actually 2 trays and like the magnetic expanding cup kind of thing. And you're getting the magnetic pickup tool. All of that, it's $37, but there is a 15% off coupon. Make sure you come down here, get your mouse there, clip the little coupon. All right, next up, we got the ultrasonic cleaner. Somebody was asking me about like, hey, I hear Harbor Freight's got a decent one, but you've said there's better deals out there. Yeah, I highly recommend something like this. You're getting the metal basket, full metal construction. It's heated. It's a 3.2 liter, and you're coming in at 80 bucks. That's just list price on it is a decent price. And we got a coupon that's going to knock, another $8 off of that. All right, the next up, we got the Lexavon butane soldering irons kit here. I know I talk a lot about battery stuff, but having a little portable butane system like this is really convenient. Comes in a really nice case. You got everything you need right there, all the different tips. You can do soldering, cutting, desoldering, all sorts of stuff with this. Even has a tube of solder coming with it. All of that 10% off down to $35.97. Limited time deal on that one. Check this out. I stumbled across this. This is insane. This is like a portable, but street light. Look at this thing. It's huge. You got to bring your own power supply. And apparently it just stakes into the ground. And this thing it's big. I can't believe that it's that tall. But again, if you got like a power station or a battery or something like that, you just plug it into that. There's also, you can get a converter to run it off a 110. But look at that, 5 big pedals on that. Going camping, you're doing picnics, anything outdoors, maybe in just the backyard. That brings all the light. Look at that, for $150, and there's a $29 off coupon on it. All right, next up, we've got this little thing. I just stumbled across this one as well. The Warsun T7. Talk about like a wafer-thin kind of flashlight. It's got the directional flashlight on the end. It's got the floodlight there on the side. It's $15, and there's a $10 or 10% off coupon. $10, I wish. 10% off coupon that's going to knock another $1.50 off of that. All right, then we got some outdoor power equipment. We got the Ego. This is the LM2135 SP. That means it's a 21-inch, and it's self-propelled, and you're getting the 7.5, and you're getting the free extra battery, and you're getting the charger, everything on this. Normally $1,000 coming in right now to, to $700. And on top of that, it's got the touch drive system. It's got the select cut, so the multi-blade, so you can, it comes with 3 blades, so you could swap them out and figure out which blade works best for what you're doing at that time. This is just a fantastic mower. Now, if you're looking for some basic outdoor power equipment, we got the Greenworks 40-volt system here. We got a blower, we got a trimmer, we got a battery, we got a charger, full kit here, coming in at, was $130 on it. It's 32% off on that. All right, then we got the Greenworks pressure washer here. Now, this is not cordless on this. You're going to have to plug this sucker in. But for the money, for $135, 2,000 PSI, 1.2 gallons per minute, open frame pressure washer. That's fairly nice right there. All right, then next up we got, check this out, Carhartt. Look at this. Carhartt men's loose fit heavyweight short sleeve pocket t-shirt. As you know, I only wear pocket t-shirts. All right, I have people complain like, he only wears the same shirt. No, I've got like 10 of these, and then I've got like 5 of some slightly different colors so I can mix it up on the weekends or something. Anyway, I love these, but you know what? Carhartt makes some really nice, really rugged kind of stuff. And at that price, that's cheaper than the ones that I'm buying. I actually, if you come back here, how much do I believe in this one? I bought one. So, yeah. Anyway, Lexavon, we got the Master Hex bit set in S2 alloy steel. This is a great little set here. Nice case on it, 32-piece, SAE and metric. Just make your life easier. Get a bit driver set like this. Or a bit socket, I should say, a bit socket set like this. It makes doing those kind of jobs so much easier. All right, then we got the DeWalt 20-volt max. This is the full kit, all right? This is the full kit plus. 20-volt max impact driver here. XR, that means this thing is brushless. So this is the big dog brushless impact driver. It's got the standard battery, the charger of the bag, and it's coming with the power stack battery, which I'm a huge fan of the power stack batteries. $162 on that, 26% off. Then if you're on the budget end of the spectrum, we've got the Deco here. Just your basic 20-volt electric power drill here with a battery, a bunch of bits. It's got a charger-ish. It kind of plugs directly into the battery. But look at the price on that. You're looking sub $30. if you're on a budget, I get it. Fixed income, I get it. Or just a gift for somebody, here you go, 30 bucks and it's yours. All right, then we got the Vac Master. Nice little portable vacuum, wet dry vac here. 2.5 gallon, 2 peak horsepower, wall mountable on top of it. And it's coming in at 10% off down to $45. All right, next up, again, another one my brother was asking about. He said, I want to get a nailer. He's like, do you think Harbor Freight's going to come out with a nailer in the Hercules line, since he's in the Hercules line? And I said, yeah, that's going to happen. Question is, when is it going to happen? And it's not going to be sometime soon. So I said, if you're on a budget, you really want to get something decent. The Works one is a pretty good little system there. Very similar to the Bauer one over at Harbor Freight as well. But you're getting the full kit on this. The Works Nitro, 20 volt, 18 gauge. You're getting the battery, the charger, the bag, some nails with it, the belt clip, the whole 9 yard for 23% off, down to $139. All right, then you want some bits for that drill driver we were just talking about, or maybe for your impact. We got the 17-piece flexible drill bit extension here. It's got the rotatable head. It's got the hex shank on it. You got angles. You got the flex ones. You've got all sorts of stuff. This is basically your full kit for getting all those hard-to-reach places. And it's coming in at $23.99. That's 33% off on it. All right, then we got the other Vac Master. This one I'm a big fan of. I've talked about it before because it's a 2-in-1. So not only is it a 6-gallon wet dry vac, but the head pops off and now it's a blower. So you can clean out your whole shop. And then once you've gotten everything, but there's still like the dust on everything, you can pop out the blower and go to town and just blow everything out. Open the garage door and get it all out of town. This is a great thing for that. And it's $72. That's a pretty good deal. All right, then we got the Wheeler Engineering, a 100-piece professional screwdriver set. Comes with the nice case and everything else. This thing's great for, I don't know what you would use this for. What would you use this for? Oh yeah, you'd probably be good for one of those things. Anyway, Wheeler is like the go-to for that kind of crafting, if you will. And at $76.27, 31% off, that's a great deal on that. All right, we got the DeWalt tool backpack with the, it's got the foot on it that's rubberized or plasticized or whatever, so you can set it down, it won't get damaged, it won't get wet. 18 3/4 by 13 and 3/4 by 7 3/4. They really like their 3/4 on this thing. Nice organization on the inside. It's 13% off, coming down to $87. Then next up, we got the Work Pro. Hold on, come back here. The Work Pro Flex Head Ratcheting Wrench Set. 22-piece with the case. Metric SAE 6 to 18 millimeter SAE 1/4 to 3/4, coming in 22% off, down to $69.99. Then we're back with Lexavon. Remember, I don't make the deals, I just report on. It always kind of goes in these trends. Apparently Lexavon's really putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to deals this week. They've got their bike torque wrench. This is a nice little torque wrench here. 1/4 inch, 15-piece, 72-tooth, dual direction click type torque wrench. 2 to 26 Newton meter on it, or 17.7 to 230 inch-pounds. That's quite a spectrum for a torque wrench like this. Comes with a nice case at $53.97, 10% off the list. That's a nice pickup on that. All right, then we got the DeWalt Mechanics set. Now I should say it comes with the case there. You're looking at 204 pieces, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, metric, SAE, all of that, 3 ratchets, extensions. Not a lot of filler. You're even getting some wrenches on this. There is some filler, but not a lot. This is a solid kit at $176. All right, next up, we've got, again, the Lexavon here. This is their aluminum miter saw protractor here. This is a great piece. It doesn't have to be used for a miter saw, but that's what it's designed for. Really get your angles once. Remember, measure twice, cut once. As opposed to me, which is like measure once and cut 3 or 4 times. Now you want to do it right the first time. 10% off, takes us down to $17.97. All right, then we got the Duratec here. The 3/8 drive Crowfoot wrench set. I got to tell you, Duratec is one of my favorite go-to for those oddball kind of pieces. And they do so much of the stuff with the foam tray, really nice for organization in that toolbox. Makes it all look nice. You get to feel good about your tools, and you don't have to spend a ton to do it. Coming in at $25.49 on that. All right, then we've got, this is for the DeWalt compatible, we should say. This is your inverter here. You just pop a 20-volt DeWalt battery on it. All right, and it's going to give you a 110 plug. It's going to give you 2 USB-As. It's going to give you a USB-C, and it's even got a flashlight built in. Talk about multi-purpose. Take it camping, take it on all sorts of things. Coming in at $35.99 on that. And they have other ones down here. If you come down here, they've got them for like Milwaukee and Makita and Ryobi and a bunch of other ones. So you can go check them out. All right, Flex here, because, oh my gosh, look at it. I got to tell you, Flex, when it comes to professional level power tools, some of the best in the market. I think the only thing holding them back is not coming out with a bigger line of tools. But if they cover everything you need, there's no reason not to go into it. 24 volt, everything they sell is brushless. Everything's 24 volt, all takes the same battery. You're getting 2 batteries with this. You're getting the charger, the bag. Flex makes some of the best chargers in the market, some of the best batteries in the market. Just so you know, these are the same guys who make Ego, all right? They're the same guys who designed the Glide saw for Bosch. They know what they're doing. These are fantastic tools. And at $100, you're getting a tool with a lifetime warranty, three replacements on the batteries. That's 6 batteries essentially you're getting with this, and the lifetime tool for $99. That is why. Why would you not get this? All right, then we got the Dremel. Dremel is going crazy, folks. They're coming out with all sorts of great tools. They're just shy of being an entire tool line on their own. But I got to tell you, if you're looking for a nice corded multi-tool, is it the most powerful thing out there? No. But is it one of the easiest to control, smoothest, well-made? Yes, it is. It's $100. You're getting the bag with it. You're getting a bunch of accessories and stuff on like that. That's 24% off. I got to tell you, I really do like the Dremel stuff. All right, then we got the Bosch. They're talking about, again, another buy it for life kind of tool. Although it's hard to say that with sanders, because if you use sanders a lot, eventually they'll die. But this one's going to give you a run for your money. It's going to make you work for it if you want to kill this one, all right? Because what you're looking at here is you're looking at a Bosch 1/4-inch sheet sander here. 12,000 OPM with a dust collector on it, coming in at $49. That's DIY level prices for a professional grade tool. All right, then we got the Kata. I love these. These are easy, fast cutting hacksaws here. You can use all sorts of blades with these things. Makes life just that much easier. Comes with a bunch of blades on top of it. $9.34 on it here. All right, then we've got the AMIR power screwdriver. Very reminiscent of some of the Vessel stuff we've seen, but definitely not at Vessel kind of pricing. Look at that. $18 on that. Now, you're not getting JIS bits with this, but no one says you can't buy some JIS bits to use with that, huh? And at $18, yeah, it might be worth a try. All right, then we got, okay, if you've been on TikTok, you've seen this thing. Oh my gosh, it is my TikTok feed is plastered with this thing. And I gotta tell you, it looks like a pretty cool tool. But never, ever, ever buy the TikTok shop. All right, unless I set one up and then you should buy from me. But I kid. No, or do I? I don't know. I don't have a TikTok shop. Anyway, maybe one day, who knows? If they manage to sell and that gets shut down again, right? Point is, it does look like a pretty cool tool, but just buy it here off of Amazon. Then you got Amazon standing behind it, and look at the price. It's $21.24. I bet you that's cheaper than anything you saw on TikTok. You got the full case, everything else, ratcheting bit driver on it. It looks pretty nice for that price. All right, then the Mayhew. You know I'm a huge fan of Mayhew. This is their mini pry bars. Stop using little screwdrivers as your pry bars. I know I've got, and I'm just as guilty as anyone else. I'm looking for mine here. I've got, and I know someone's going to yell at me for this because I've got my mini screwdriver here. There you go. And yeah, my little mini flathead. And you know what it says on the other side. Yep, I went on the truck. Don't yell at me. I did it for you guys. I didn't appreciate it. Every time I step on a Snap-on truck, I'm just fully prepared to get railed and have the guy just go off on me. But so far, so good. Anyway, I'm sure it'll happen one day. $14.80 on the pry bars from Mayhew. Use the right tool for the right job. All right, then we got the Kata 2-pack micro wire cutters here. Coming in a 2-pack of, I mean, I've never used these, but 2 of them for $6. Well, $6.19. And I like the green on it. I even like that. All right, then we got the Spec Ops. Oh my gosh. I've seen the Spec Ops all over Amazon, and I've not been able to take them seriously because of the name. But something about this hammer, it just speaks to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to buy it. 4-pound sledge, bimetal. It's a little heavier because I like the engineering ones around 3 pounds. But look at the handle on that. It looks like you could give something a wallop, one hell of a wallop with this. And 3% donated to veterans, allegedly. I don't know if you know more about Spec Ops. Let me know down in the comments. Are they legit? At 30 bucks, 17% off. I don't know. It might be worth giving them a try. All right, then we got the Weehaw. You know, I'm a huge fan of Weehaw. They make some of the best stuff out there. This is their 38048 stubby screwdriver with 6 inserts. The head of it pops open, and you got your inserts back there. Look at all of those. And if you're looking for a multi-use, kind of like a tool bag in your pocket, look at that for $16.80. Of course, it's Weehaw, you know, type of quality. All right, then we got Wera, which is my other love. I love my Wera screwdrivers, but look at this, Craftform Compact 27RA slotted screwdriver here. You're getting a 1/4 inch multi-head. It's ratcheting, and of course, again, you press the button on the back, the handle pops up, and let me grab my other one here. Now, this is not the same one, but the handle's the same. It's this style of handle here. Let me get it in front of my face so it focuses on that rather than me. No, it's not going to. There you go. But anyway, there's a button right there. You press that. That pops open, and then you have all your bits right there. Closes, and this isn't the kind where like it closes and you're like, I can still feel like, no, you have no idea that this thing has stuff in the handle other than, well, if you shake it, you can kind of feel it. But I love this handle. People are like, oh, that handle looks weird. Once you grab it and it fits in your hand, you're like, oh, that makes sense. I get it now. And at 40 bucks, that's a great price on that. All right, then we got Gramps Weeder. All right, this is, I gotta tell you, so just real quick, this thing's on sale right now for $35.12. This is the old school version. If you want the new school version, you're gonna come up to $46. So $35.12 for the old school. The Fiskars is $45. Now, I've not used the Gramps version, but I've heard good things about it. I mean, if you look, 58,000 reviews. If you know Amazon, that is one of those like hidden secrets that everyone knows about. It's just, I mean, 58,000, that's a lot of happy buyers there. And if you come in here, 27,000 on the Fiskars. Now, here's what I'm going to say about this. We had an infestation of dandelions. Our yard, just one year, just complete dandelions. And I sent the kids out to deal with it because that's the joys of being a parent. And it was taking forever. And I'm like, you know, I'd seen these things. I'm going to go give one a try. Oh my gosh, in like an hour, we did the entire yard. Just thunk, step on it, lever it out, boom. Now, the negative is they do take out a kind of a chunk. It's like a plug about yay big. It's more than you would like, okay? But here's what I'm gonna tell you. You know how many dandelions I've had since? Nada. This took them all out. I didn't have any recurrence. And I'll tell you what, they were everywhere. Everywhere. I hated them to my neighbor because I didn't want him coming back from his yard. He did his yard, no dandelions. Dandelions are gone. I can't believe how well this thing worked. You know, now what you can do then is go into your side yard, take a hole out, you can go and you can replace them, all right? So you don't have to leave those holes or they'll fill in eventually. You know how it's dirt, right? So still, I can't say enough about these. So you can go old school for 35, new school for 46. All right, this one was sent in by a viewer. Remember, if you want to send some stuff in, my email's always down at the bottom below every video. Please wait until Friday, Saturday, Sunday to send them in. $5.66 for the Armor All Ultra Shine wash and wax here. Then we got the Meguiar's Quick Wax for $6.98. It's 46% off. Then we're throwing in a bonus DeWalt Power Stack battery. This is the 5 amp hour Ultra Slim Power Stack Stack Lithium coming in at $80. This, I can't tell you enough. If you're in the DeWalt line, you really got to get into the Power Stack batteries. I absolutely love them. All right, then we're over at Walmart. Yeah, it's a tackle, it's a tackle box, all right? But a lot of guys use tackle boxes as toolboxes as well, so we're including it anyway. Because at $12.64, Plano makes some great stuff. That's a solid price. And besides, you know what? Fishing season's here, right? All right, let's keep going. We got some Mobil 1. This is my favorite oil to go for if I'm changing my own oil. I'll be honest, I don't change my own oil a lot because there's a local guy that I know and he does the job right and he gives me a great price. So I just go down there most times because you know what I hate after I change my oil? Having to put it back in the bottle and take it back and get it recycled. I just go down to him, get the neighbor price. Anyway, if you're doing it yourself though, $24.97, all right? $24.97 on this for the Mobil 1 is a pretty solid deal on that. All right, then we're over at Acme Tools. We got some Milwaukee stuff here. We got the M18 Fuel 1/4-inch hex impact driver, full kit, fuel, 2 batteries with the charger, $269.10. You're saving 9%. Then we got basically the M12 version of the same thing. So you're getting the fuel, you're getting the 2 batteries, the charger, the bag at $152. So full power or M12 power, both of them fuel, your choice. All right, then we got the M12 brushless rotary tool kit. Again, that's full kit. So you're getting the charger and the bag, or the bag, I don't know if it comes with the bag, but you're getting the charger and the battery with it, $129. All right, then we got the Makita 18-volt LXT lithium-ion brushless cordless 13-inch string trimmer, full kit, 4-amp-hour battery, charger, the whole 9 yards, coming in at $200 for some Makita. Heck, the battery is probably $500. Okay, I may exaggerate, but only a little bit when it comes to Makita. All right, then we got some DeWalt deal. Look at this. You're getting a 4-amp-hour, a 6-amp-hour, and then the little 2-amp-hour. You're getting 3 batteries. You're getting 12 amp hours total for $129. All right, then we got the cordless tripod light, perfect to use with those batteries, $179. This is a hot deal over at Acme. All right, and then again, we got the Flex. Look at this. Flex with the stacked lithium battery, with the charger, with everything there. So you're getting the circ saw. This is a rear handle, left-facing circ saw. You're getting the charger, the bag, the battery, all of that for $300. Again, you're getting lifetime warranty on that. Oh my gosh. All right, then we're over at Lowe's. We got the Craftsman. This is just the basic V20. This is not the RP, so this is all brushed. But you're getting the multi-tool, the circ saw, the jigsaw, the sander, the impact driver, the drill driver. You're getting the little fan. You're getting a light. You're getting batteries, charger, whole 9 yards there. Everything there for $149, guys. For $149, that's $100 off. That's a heck of a kit to get started with. All right, then we got some Ryobi here over at the old Home Depot. You're getting the 18-volt cordless 2-tool combo kit. You're getting a 1/2-inch impact wrench. Now, this isn't the high torque, okay? But this is a basic, nice little mid-torque. You can change tires, do stuff like that. So you're getting the 1/2-inch impact wrench and the 3-inch 4-position ratchet there. And that's actually a pretty powerful little ratchet. And remember, the head on it spins to get that Ryobi battery out of the way. I'm not a fan of it, but if you're in Ryobi, it's good enough. And at 55% off, you can't shake a stick at that. All right, then we've got the Milwaukee here. Now this is, why did it switch on me? Why did it do that? Let me see if I can go back. Okay, here we go. So you got the M18. This is the one I always talk about, my neighbor. He's got the trimmer here. Now he's moved away from this. But a lot of you guys said, hey, you haven't had a problem with it, so you do you. And if you're looking to get into this, you're getting the 8-amp-hour Milwaukee battery. That's a big battery. You're getting the trimmer. You're getting the charger, full kit there for $300. And then you get your option free with purchase. And you can get any of the quick lock attachments here. So we've got the edger, we've got the hedge trimmer, and we've got the brush cutter. So any of those. Now, whether it's hackable, I'm guessing it probably is because of the way it's set up. But me, I'm going for the hedge trimmer on this one. Now, that's why I did that, because I didn't click on it right. I got to click on this and then select the item, not click on the item. There you go. There's your combo kit right there. All right, next up, we're over at Menards, because remember, you save big money when you shop Menards. Can't get that out of my head. Anyway, check this out. High-vis orange for 3XL for $3. High-vis, a shirt, any shirt, much less a high-vis shirt for $3. And we even have it in high-vis green. And I got to tell you, if you want to look like a Montana native, just wear one of these. There's any given day you go out to lunch and there's like half a dozen guys walking around in high-vis green. Although this kind of gives with the horizontal, gives me that kind of that rugby kind of look to it. Anyway, $3, your choice, orange or green for $3. Anyway, we got Bosch still over at Menards. We got the Bosch bit set, great bits, 24 piece coming in at $8 after sale and rebate. Then we've got the Grizzly Peak Dry Tech. This is a dry pack, all right? For a dry pack for $13. Going to do some time on the river this summer? You know I'm going to. Got to get on the river, catch me some fish. And then we got the Porter Cable bit set here with the bit adapter, 20 piece. It's $4 on it. All right, and then this hideous garden set. Oh my gosh, somebody sent this in. And I got to tell you, it is so lovely. It's just so lovely. But you know what? A gift for mom or somebody like that, or somebody you really don't like. You know what? It's 12 bucks. At 12 bucks, I can overlook the design on it. All right, and then of course I gotta talk about the trucker hat. Everyone's been like, "Oh my gosh, you got one of the hats, brother! Look at this hat. This is a nice hat. This is a well-made hat. Look at this. This thing is nicely made. And I gotta tell you, look at this. I'm on, what is it? 4 of the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on 4 of these things. Usually on my other hats, I'm at like 1. And because I got a big old noggin, and 4, look at this thing. That's a good looking hat. I don't care if you even like Harbor Freight. At $7, that's a $7 hat, brother. That's a good deal right there. Anyway, new over at Harbor Freight. Also, don't forget they got the new ratchets as well, if you can find them in stock. All right, let's talk about some bonus stuff. Check this out. Sony 75-inch X85K 4K Ultra HD TV with Google TV built in. $648. I can't believe how cheap TVs are getting. Oh my God, if I could fit a 75-inch TV, 65 is about the biggest I can fit in my living room. Boy, you know what? I have another 65 sitting over there. I've been thinking about mounting on the wall, but maybe I should run out and get this great man cave. Could have used this to watch the Masters on, right? Did you guys see the end of the Masters? Woo! Man, that was a great ending, was it not? I love that. All right, and then, whoops, going the wrong way with that one. This one got sent in. So we got the EcoFlow. Actually, this isn't what got sent in, but this is the EcoFlow River 2 Pro. This is the biggest of the River line. Now, if you don't remember, the River line is like, think of it like daily use, light use, and then the Delta line is the more serious, like emergency backup kind of stuff. But this is really on that edge, because you look at it here, you're getting 768 watt hours of power. It's got LiFePO 4 batteries. It'll do up to 1600 watts of power out, which will suck this thing dry in 30 minutes or less. All right, but you're getting 4 110s. You're getting 3 USB-As, 1 USB-C. You're getting 2 12-volt barrel and the 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter there. All of that. And again, it's got the flat top, handle off to the back, everything you like. 40% off on EcoFlow. Now remember, EcoFlow is the Cadillac outdoor power equipment. 40% off on this thing. Why? Well, because they're coming out with the River 3 line here, all right? So 40% off. This is at $360. If you buy 2 of these, you're at, was it 1,500 some watt hours of power, and you're at 720, did I do the math right on that? 720 as far as cost. That's still cheaper than the Harbor Freight power station. And yes, I know the Harbor Freight power station got pulled. It's an abundance of caution. There was one incident that happened they're looking into. They're going to figure it out. All right. But anyway, if, however, you've got a Sam's Club near you, look at this. You can get the same thing with not 1 but 2 of the 45 watt solar panels. So for $500, you can get 2 panels, or for $360, you can get no panels and get your own panels. Honestly, those are decent panels. They're well-made panels. I would probably buy some of the other panels that we talk about here, because you get like a 100-watt panel for like $120 or something. The Harbor Freight Predator panels, those are great panels. I'd probably get this and go with that. But there you go. If you got a Sam's Club, you want to go that route, you can do that. All right, then we got the Thermo Pro wireless meat thermometer here. Dual probe for $45. Dude, remember, if you're cooking without a thermometer, you're cooking blind. You just got your cane tap around. Is it done? Is it done? And don't give me this thing. It doesn't work. Pro chefs will tell you it does, but it's because they buy their meat from the same supplier and they get nearly the same cut of meat every time. We're not doing this. I'm buying meat here. I'm buying it over there. I'm getting different cuts. Also, you can't do the little touch test. You got to do it this way, and you'll get it right every single time. And you'll go from being somebody who turns their steaks into charcoal briquettes, I can say, into a master chef. Trust me, I went from somebody that nobody wanted to eat my food to people who are like, hey, you're doing barbecue this weekend? Yeah, it's that much of a difference, all right? All right, then we got the Shark NV752. This is your lift away, true pet upright, HEPA filtered with the dust cup. This is a great vacuum, guys. I used to have Dyson way back in the day, and when Duncan was born, I bought a Dyson because we had two cats, cats, and I wanted to have a dust-free home for him, and I got the Dyson, and then when I got divorced, I had to go out and buy another one, and times were tight, and I'm like, I can't afford another Dyson. So I bought the Shark, and I'll tell you what, I've been a Shark fanboy ever since. They make some fantastic stuff, as good if not better than the Dyson, and the price, $250 on this, 22% off, coming down to $250. Just a fantastic vac for that price. All right, then we're gonna throw in here for you, last one. We got the Reese's Milk Chocolate Peanut Butter Cup Packs, 36 of them, 1.5 ounces, all of it for 20 bucks. I can't have them, so you can eat them for me. Anyway, I'm still trying to lose weight here, so I got to get down. So it's going to be a while before I can have snacks like that. But anyway, you check them out. Let me know what you think the best deal was down before. If you like what we do here, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash this subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless, and as always, shine on.